What's going to happen with all that money?
Like I said, I'm good with calculation.
Where's that money, boy? It's been a while, man. Hopefully my vocal cords can take this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show! I am your host, Andrew Illy! And this is the Ball of Motherfucking 12, man. Episode 30, and the first for 23. Thank you very much for joining me, wherever you are around the world. Wherever you are, you silly motherfucker. We're back, baby. Ball of Truth. Thank you very much again for joining me wherever you are around the world, man. And that's what this is, man. This is a show for anyone around the world. Guys, before we get into the show, and I'll tell you where I've been, let's plug the social media, shall we? It's been a while. Instagram, balloftruth.pod. You can follow me on Instagram. You can also follow me on Twitter. That's balloftruth_pod on Twitter. And you can actually follow me on TikTok as well at balloftruth.pod. And of course, we've got to say thank you to our sponsors, sunnysideslice.com.au, the best New York pizza in town, guys. My personal favourite at the moment is the deep dish vodka cheese slice. Unbelievable, man. Go check it out in Mentone. Look at the website. Check out the menu. Man, I'm telling you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Guys, I have been away from this for a long time. Had some personal stuff going on in my life and very, very busy times. And Christmas, and I had my wisdom teeth out. A lot of shit just happened. And I put the podcast to the side for a bit, man. And I want to give you guys all of me. I tell you that every time. And I just wasn't there. So I had to take a break, come back refreshed. And I'm here, I'm happy, and things are good, man. So we're going to kick off 2023, episode 30 with a bang. And man, we've got a lot to get into. So let's start, shall we? Let's get into the EPL straight off the bat. Manchester United. So much has changed, man, since I last spoke to you guys here on the podcast. United are actually going very well. And I've been very harsh on them. Last season especially, in 2022. I hope that sound isn't annoying you guys because something's going on in mine. But yeah, man, it's been a rough ride. After the World Cup, we've hit some form. Rashford's flying. Things are good, man. We got rid of Ronaldo, which needed to happen. And only up from here, man. We're going to review Manutd Palace, which happened on Saturday night, Sunday morning for us in Australia. We'll get into that. We'll get into some EPL. And I've got some stuff coming up for you guys as well. But let's get into the game, man. Before this game, Manchester United. 12 consecutive home wins in all competitions prior to this game. We've had some big wins, some bad results. The Palace one, when we versed Palace away, copped that last minute equaliser, that free kick, which is brilliant. But that was shattering because we're on a roll. And kind of lost some pace off the top, man. We were creeping up on Arsenal at one stage. And then we lost to Arsenal away, which was pretty shattering. But they're on another level, man, at the moment, the Gunners. And we'll get into that. But this game here, man, it was very important that we secured all 3 points, especially because of what they did last time to us. So, game started. We're in control. Rashford had a cross. Hughes stuck his arm up. I had no idea what he was doing. This is in the 4th minute of the game. Clear, obvious penalty. Referee didn't see it the first time, but they went to VAR and VAR gave it. Whatever, it was a penalty anyway. Bruno took it, converted bottom left, and he's missed his last 2 penalties, man. So I was a bit nervous, with Bruno taking this penalty, but he slotted it bottom left corner, very calm and composed. So I was very rapt for him. And I've been very hard on him, man. Especially last season when things weren't going well. He had the whinging rat face, like we know. And, man, he's turned it around and he's been very, very good. And he's always involved in the goals, but there's an attitude change in him recently, which is very good, and I'm pleased to see. Because the quality's there. It's all up here, as Rashford does. 13th minute, man. We're in control of this game. Shaw had a corner. Woot Weghorst, who we signed in the summer transfer, the mid-transfer window. Saved by Guita, if that's how you pronounce his name. Decent save, man. I thought Weghorst scored that for a second. We're still in control of this game, man. Palace didn't really have any chances up until later on in the half. Rashford put through Bruno. Put through by Bruno. He was kind of one-on-one. Tough angle. Another save by Guida. We had a few half chances after that, man. Anthony and Rashford, bit far out for Rashford on one of them, a volley. But he's full of confidence, man. This guy cannot stop scoring, and he looks scary, man, for defenders. He's just jiggling his way through everyone at the moment. Doesn't give a fuck. And like I said, man, it's all up here. This guy, Marcus Rashford, was fucking dead last season, man. He was dead. I don't know what happened. He got his shit together, and, man, he's a completely different player, and he's showing that class that he had previously. And, man, the guy's killing. I'm so happy for him, man. Honestly, he is our best player. He really is our best player at the moment. Yeah, man, few little shitty chances here and there. Woot Weghorst had a great ball to Fred, just put it wide. And the only other chance actually fell to Palace right at the end of the half, 42nd minute. A mistake by the two central defenders by United, and Schlupp forcing a great save out of De Gea. Nice little low shot there by Schlupp. So it was 1-0 at half time, man. Nothing really to worry about, right? We're in control. And we got that early goal, which I was rapt about, man. It was a funny stat. I think we're 309 games unbeaten at home, I believe, in the Premier League since 1984, I believe it was, that when we go in front at half time, we have not lost. Absolutely crazy. That's a great stat. Touch wood, man. I don't want to fucking jinx it now. Jesus Christ. Second half, man, I'm like, all right, let's get this second goal and put this game to bed. Rashford had a great touch and a shot in the 56th minute. Just went over the bar. Garnacho, who's been really, really good this season, coming off the bench quite a few times, but he gives that energy, man. He's very quick and he's not afraid to take anyone on, which I love. You got to take people on, man. Anthony needs to take people on more. He's got the skill, just needs the right mindset and confidence, and he can do it as well. But more than often enough, he goes at this walking pace and he kind of dribbles himself out of the equation, man. Ends up passing it backwards. Bit predictable. Needs to work on that right foot. But he'll learn, man. He's still young. Still very young, and he's been good. Don't listen to the reports that are on his back. That's just standard English Western media going at him for no reason. He'll be all right, man. It's his first season in England, and he's killing it, so good on him. Garnacho was involved in this goal, man. 14 passes that led to Shaw whipping it across the box, low and hard. Rashford finished right foot first time, and that was a brilliant, brilliant goal, man. And all our attacks are becoming unpredictable, not like last season. Erik ten Hag deserves a lot of credit for this side, man. He's completely turned every department of our game around. Defensively, midfield, attacking wise, we're becoming way less predictable, which is fantastic. Because, man, teams weren't scared of us. Teams knew what we were doing the whole time. And now they don't. And we're scoring goals. And, you know, we're controlling games better. It's fantastic to see. Rashford on fire, like we said. Made it 2-0. I'm like, brilliant, man. That's it. Game's done. We're in control. Palace aren't really doing anything at all. Then moments later, man, minutes later, actually, I believe, I don't know if it was Mitchell for Cystal Palace or someone else. It may have been Schlupp, I don't know. But they pushed Anthony past the line, and at Old Trafford, it kind of goes down, man. The grass, after the byline, it goes down, and Anthony went flying. Cracked it. Bit of a push and shove. All the players got involved here, man. VAR, of course, comes into this. Catches Casemiro choking Hughes right around the throat. And I'm just like, fuck me, man. In real time, this shit it's nothing. He's hardly grabbing him. But heat of the moment, I don't know what the fuck Casemiro was thinking. And it's very disappointing because he misses 3 games because of this. Straight red. VAR saw it. They slow this shit down, man. They slow this shit down so that the ref has absolutely no choice but to give a red card. It's fucking ridiculous. But it was there, man. It was a red card because they caught this shit at really slow motion. But, man, I mean, IU could have got a red card as well. It just... I don't know why they focused on this one, but it was clear and obvious anyway. Anyway, man, we're down to 10 men with 25 to 30 minutes to go. And all we needed to do was avoid Palace scoring, really, and we're okay. But they were pushing, man. They got a bit of confidence, and this is what happened. Cystal Palace are a weird side, man. They're so unpredictable in the way they can have a fucking awesome game one week, and then they're shambolic the next week. But Vieira's got a good thing going down there, man. They don't have any, like, flashy top-class plays, but they're all pretty freaking, you know, good in their own right. But, man, their goal came. De Gea saved one just before the goal came off a corner. And then the second corner, Schlupp scored. Defensive header out by Martinez, hammered back in, and a cheeky little touch by Schlupp, which was a good finish. And it made it 2-1, so I'm thinking, oh my God, they're going to do it to us again. But really, nothing else really happened in that last 20 minutes. They were pushing, but no, the score stayed 2-1. We won and we grinded it out, which was awesome to see. My man of the match was Martinez. He's been fucking incredible, man. He's been so good. And especially, he's slowly getting back into it after the World Cup. He won the World Cup with Argentina. And Luke Shaw's been playing his position prior to him getting fit again. He's been amazing. Resurgence for Luke Shaw. Wan-Bissaka. Martinez and Varane, fucking amazing. Our defense is looking really good, man. Midfield, you got Casemiro, who's going to miss the next 3 games. Shattering. Eriksen got injured. He's going to be out for a while because Andy Carroll in the AFL Cup injured him, which is guttering because he's been solid. But we signed Sabitzer from Bayern Munich on loan, who he came on this game, man. And for, I think, Garnacho, Paul Garnacho came on as a sub, but we had to get him off. I hope he understands and he's not stupid to be like, oh, why am I, the young attitude, why am I coming off? But it's just, it had to be done. He was the only one that made sense to come off. Sabitzer came on. He showed a few little good things, man. And I think with 11 men, we might get to see more of him. He should probably start next game, or the next 3 games, really. So hopefully he's fit and ready to go. I want to see more of him. I didn't know too much about him leading up to the signing, to be honest with you guys. But let's judge him on a game-by-game performance. We'll see how we go. Everything's good, man. Martial can't stay fit, which is frustrating. But overall, Erik ten Hag has just revolutionised his club. Old Trafford feels like a fortress again. Things are good. We're sitting 3rd. I'll show you guys the ladder now, man. Let's get in there. So Arsenal, man, they're on top. They're actually, 5 points clear with a game in hand over City, who lost overnight to Spurs. United are sitting there 8 points behind with it. Arsenal still have that game in hand. So if they win, they'll be 11 points in front of us. Newcastle, what a season they're having. They're snuck in the top 4. Tottenham are just lingering behind. Brighton, Brentford, Fulham. Look at all these teams. Absolutely killing it. Chelsea, not so good. Chelsea, they've spent a shitload of money buying a lot of players. I'm sure eventually they'll be all right. Liverpool have been absolutely disastrous, and their fans are not happy, man. And then the rest is the rest. It's very, very close relegation battle. You got Southampton, Bournemouth, Everton, Leeds, West Ham down there, man. Craziness. It's a weird, weird season. But on the Gunners, man, Arsenal. Now, the last time I did a podcast, they were on top. They've been pretty much on top all season. Man City have been, at tug of war with them, but they're dropping off, man. Something's going on at Man City. I don't know what Pep's doing. Cancelo suddenly went on loan, cracked the shits. Haaland isn't finding the net anymore in the last few games. I don't know. Something weird's going on there. Pep's under the pump, so I don't really care, man. As long as United keep winning, and I really didn't expect to be in the title picture, and I still don't, realistically. Anything can happen, but Arsenal, man, I don't see anyone coming close to them, not even City. I know they verse each other twice. Now, that will be Arsenal's biggest test. If they can win one of them, I think it's theirs. Right now, without those 2 games, I think they'll be fine. I'm not going to look too much into the loss at Everton over the weekend, because Everton had a new manager, home crowd, they're pumped, lunchtime kickoff, and man, it just happened that anyone who versed Everton on the weekend would have lost, I reckon, because it was just one of those things that Everton, no matter what, were not losing that game. So, Arsenal fans, don't worry, I reckon you guys will be alright. And it's going to be very, very exciting to see that finish there, man. Let's see if we can get close, if we can challenge Arsenal, if they start dropping points. But then again, man, if they win their game in hand, they're 11 points in front of us. So I'm counting us out, absolutely counting us out. So I think Man City are the only challenge, to be honest. But they're not going so great at the moment. So, yeah, man. Arsenal, exciting times for their fans. They've been incredibly consistent, and all their players and their fans are buzzing. And man, it feels very, very Leicester City-esque from when they won their championship. So, I mean, they got to have all the belief and confidence in the world that they can go all the way. So yeah, that's the EPL, man. Bit worried for Leeds and Southampton. They're not looking good, man. Bournemouth down there as well. But yeah, it's been a crazy season. Switching codes, man, just for a second. Carlton. Oh my God. We all know about the injuries last season, which is crazy. 3 days ago, Zach Williams once again gets injured. ACL, ruptured his ACL pre-season. Man, our club, the Blues, can't catch a break. Really can't catch a break. I mean, I've got to go through some players and injuries just quickly with you guys, because this is outstanding. My brother sent me this. It's very, very concerning. I'll read it out for you guys. Charlie Curnow, 2 knees, missed 2.5 years of footy. Sam Doherty, 2 ACLs, missed 2 years as well. Cunningham, ACL, 18 months and counting, still missing play. Mitch McGovern, 40 games in 4 years with all those hamstrings. Jack Martin, 38 games out of 66. It gets worse, I'm telling you. Zach Williams will be 14 games in 3 years after what happened. Caleb Marchbank, 45 games in 6 years. These are all our top players, man. Zach Fisher, 40 games, 3 years. Just last year, Chera, Kennedy, Wiedering, Mackay, Hewitt, Pitternet, McGovern, Marchbank, and Martin missed huge amounts of football. And now Zach Williams does his ACL. I mean, touch wood, man. Is anything going to go right health-wise for our club? I don't know, man. As the season gets closer to March, we'll do a preview and prediction, AFL Round 1 and season preview. So look forward to that, guys. I'm just going to go back to Manchester United again because Mason Greenwood is in the news and he's been cleared of all charges, man. So I don't know if he's going to be an active player this season. I doubt it because United want to conduct their own investigation on whatever happened down there. But if he's cleared next season, that is huge. That is fucking massive, man. And I hope that kid turns it around, gets his shit together, focuses on football and not that outside bullshit. Man, he can be a really, really good player. He already was before all this shit happened, all the rape allegations and domestic violence abuse. But man, I don't know. Let's see what happens. When we did the first episode of this podcast, we covered the Mason Greenwood thing because it just happened. It was about a year ago. Just over a year ago. And I said back then, man, I really hope he gets his shit together and he gets help. Because if all that shit, any of it's true, he needs help. But you just never know, man. A lot of women, men as well, they bullshit to get themselves in the spotlight and money and attention. Who knows? It may not have been any of that. It may be something like that. But man, at the end of the day, let's hope Mason Greenwood turns it around. He's been cleared. So I think she wanted to drop the charges in the end. I don't know, man. There's a lot of shitty stuff going on there. But that's a huge player for us next season, Manchester United. Wow. That's going to be big. I'll just go to my run sheet, guys, and see if I've missed anything at all. Nah, not really. You guys can follow me on TikTok. I've been uploading some little snippets from last year, man. And you get these idiots commenting just all their negative bullshit. Like, you got no idea what you're talking about. Man, they think I've uploaded this today. But it's like from a year ago. Just ripping into the United side when we were shit. And we were. So, you just get morons like that, you know, saying whatever they want, the toxic social media stuff. I find it hilarious. But yeah, man, some of them are just private messaging me. You clown, you got no idea. Shut up! Get over it, you idiot. But anyway, that's social media and that loser TikTok app. I'm just doing it for laughs, man. Just getting it out there. It's more my admin team that are snipping these video clips and putting it out there. So if you just want to go have a laugh, man, at old clips, check it out on TikTok as well. Man, I'm going to leave you guys with my last take on Ronaldo, man. I wasn't podcasting, obviously, so I wrote a segment. I'm just going to play it, and we'll finish the show with that. Next week, Truth will be back. So we've ignored everything that's happened with the truth and the lie, and we'll get into it as the footy season gets closer, but the truth will still be around. The lie will be around when the footy season starts. So chill out with it. If you guys are new to the show, we've got two characters on the show. They're related. Brother and sister, brother, who knows what the other one is. But man, they're going to go at it all year. So look forward to some entertainment there. But the truth is always around, and he'll be back next week. So look forward to that. Man, I'm going to leave you guys with the Ronaldo segment. Thank you very much for joining me, and have a listen to this and enjoy. So here we go. I thought I'd save this for last, guys, because we built the podcast on it, and I feel like I didn't finish it entirely because some things happened. Ronaldo signed for Al Mazrah or whatever the fuck their name is. You know what I'm saying? Al Nassr or whatever. But man, yeah, I feel like I just needed to finish off with one last Cristiano Ronaldo rant, because there was so much that I wanted to speak about over the last couple of months, man, when I wasn't podcasting, but I was still writing stuff down, because I knew there would come a time where I would eventually be back here, and I told you guys the reasons at the start why I wasn't. But let's get into it, man. I'll read you guys what I wrote. It was more like an article that I wrote during the World Cup and the whole Cristiano Ronaldo thing that was going on. So here we go. I'll read it for you guys now. And it said this. It's funny. It's very funny how quickly everyone succumbed and was brainwashed by social media and news media in general regarding Cristiano Ronaldo's so-called demise. Let me be very clear to all of you out there. The media had intent to hurt Cristiano Ronaldo's legacy. The headlines spoke volumes, man, to the agendas and the narratives by the mainstream media. Ronaldo dropped. Ronaldo sacked. Ronaldo falling out with teammates. Ronaldo falling out with a coach. Portugal squad want Ronaldo out. Ronaldo not thanking the fans. Ronaldo played 17 minutes and did nothing. Ronaldo did this. Ronaldo touched his balls. Ronaldo fingered a girl's ass. Man, everything. Anything you can think of, man. Anything and everything was said about Cristiano Ronaldo. And people around the world, man, they latch on to any negativity towards Cristiano Ronaldo. It was there in your face. It was the in-thing trend to do to these mindless morons. And if you see negative articles about someone in your face every day, man, more than often, people will start believing it. Now, the mainstream media kept putting it out there. Ronaldo is tearing his legacy apart. How? How exactly? He actually didn't do anything wrong at all. It was the contradictory media that is trying to actually tear his unbelievable career and legacy away from him. The guy is one of the greatest humans of all time, man. If you see what this man has done in football and outside of football, and the amount of generosity and giving this guy does, you literally can't fault this guy at all. It's astonishingly remarkable, man. But the media have made you change your mind and your opinion of him. Some have never liked him because of maybe the team that you follow and the rivalries and whatnot, and I get that. But those people won't really appreciate the greatness of this man. Now, I've never, in all my years, man, seen a more deliberate and calculated attempt or ploy to tear someone apart more than they did to Ronaldo in the last 6 months and beyond. They're still going, by the way. It's February 2023. Especially during the World Cup. Nobody in any fucking sport that I can think of, man, at the end of their careers and being that good and that great, have copped what Ronaldo's copped. The lack of disrespect, man, at the end of his career it's really, really disgusting. And everywhere you look, man, everywhere you hear, someone had something negative or bad to say about Ronnie. I mean, people trying to tear that legacy away and basically trying to say he's not that good and this and that and all this bullshit and the whole Messi thing, which I'll get into. I mean, you're talking about a god of football, man. In this generation, especially. 2 times FIFA Men's Best Player. 5 times Ballon d'Or. 4-time UEFA Best Player in Europe. 10 times Football of the Year. 19-time top goal scorer in all leagues. Multiple. Champions League, La Liga, EPL, Serie A. I don't know if you won one in Serie A, but still. 6-time Player of the Year among 3 clubs in 3 different leagues. The 3, arguably, the best leagues in the world. 1 European Championship in Portugal. 3-time EPL champion with Manchester United. 2 La Liga championships with Real Madrid. 2 Serie A championships with Juventus. 3 UEFA Super Cups, 1 UEFA Nations League winner, Spanish Cups, FA Cups, League Cups, Italian Cups, Portuguese Cups, all the bloody cups, 2 girls, 1 cup. I don't know, man. All the goal scoring records in the world, man. This guy's fucking done it. He's done everything. The lack of respect and dignity from the media is so fucking distasteful, man. It was really bad. I wasn't the only one who noticed it, by the way. It didn't sit right with me. And listening to the morons trying to have their say was actually infuriatingly frustrating. And I don't know why people give in to all these narratives, man. But that's what social media does, I guess. Well, you people, you make me sick the most. There's so many people, man, that try to discredit Ronaldo. Messi's so much better. Oh my God, he's a goat. Hey, man, shut up. Where you going? Fucking hell. I heard it all, man. I heard it all. I'm just going to show you, actually. Before we do, everyone's entitled to their opinion, man, and I get that. I have my own opinion, which is why I do the podcast. But I'm just going to show you a tweet by FIFA, man, the head of fucking football. The head of football themselves spinning the same narrative. Here, after a month of negativity trying to bring this guy down, this one topped it off. They showed a picture of Ronaldo, like, dismal and really upset, and they said, "The GOAT debate is settled. The ultimate prize is now part of the collection. The legacy is complete." And posting pictures of Ronaldo being upset or emotional. It had nothing to do with Ronaldo. Do you see what I'm going here? Now, they took that down. They got ripped into hard. Because they were trolling him. The Twitter account of FIFA were trolling him. And man, it all confirmed what I and a few others were thinking throughout the tournament. Gotta have a bit of a coffee buzz, guys. Yeah, man. It all but confirmed how there was an agenda here. I mean, if the head of FIFA Twitter account is going nuts and trolling, I mean, come on. Meant to be professional, right? I kept my mouth shut during this whole time, man, because I wanted to see how it all played out. And all these media outlets, I'll call them out: Fox Sports, Optus Sports, Daily Mail, fucking BBC. I don't know, man. All the usual suspects are all just absolute scum when it came to this stuff. I think maybe ESPN had a few nice things to say, but that was probably it. They were still pretty bad before they turned for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, man, it wasn't a conspiracy to me while this was going on. It was quite obvious and clear what they were trying to do, and people latched onto it, man. And suddenly everyone was hating Ronnie for some reason, and everyone was loving Messi. It's quite pathetic and sad, really, when you think about it, how they tried to cause that divide. But man, you're probably asking why? Why would they do this, Illy? Well, again, if you watched the Piers Morgan interview and understand the man that Ronaldo is, then it's simple. Ronaldo let rip on all the media outlets, man. He gave it to them. Piers isn't very popular among media as well. And he isn't afraid to speak out, and which is, what formed the relationship between Ronaldo and Piers that's built on trust and truth. And, I'm not even a fan of Piers myself, man. I actually disagree with a lot of shit that he says on matters around the world. Not so much sport, maybe, yeah, to a degree, yes. But, yeah, when it came to this, man, I thought he was level-headed enough to realise that there was no wrongdoing in this interview, and he let Ronaldo say his bit. Ronaldo knew he was gone, guys. Ronaldo had it all done. He was gone. This was the thing that led him out of Manchester United, and there was no reason for him to stay. Piers let Ronaldo tell his side of the story over the fake news and discrediting the fake news media that had been on Ronaldo's back before the tournament, way before. Look, man, it's how they make their money. Media will go after the richest players and the most popular players and the best players. That's their goal and their job, I guess. Part of their job is to lie and to sell stories. So there you go. Now, everyone is talking about the debate on who's the GOAT, Ronnie or Messi. Now, I firmly believe you cannot compare eras and generations when having this conversation. In any sport, not just football. I think it's totally unfair because the times of the world change and the world is different every decade, man. A whole bunch of different circumstances and ways of life. I mean, back then they never had to deal with this shit, social media. And it does affect the mind and everything, man. It's just different times with way more political correct now, which sucks in most ways. But man, what do you do? It's just, that's the world that we live in, and we're controlled by a whole bunch of God knows what. And so is the media. The media is controlled. They're controlling your mind. I just put it out there for you guys. This is what was happening to Ronaldo. Anyway, back to the debate. If you're asking my opinion on the two individuals, Messi and Ronaldo, then this was settled years ago for me, and it was Ronaldo. At their peak, Ronaldo. I don't think this World Cup had any impact on that discussion. Ronaldo's 38. Now, that's not taking anything away from Messi. He's unbelievable. He's one of the GOATs, and he will be forever. In their generation and in their peak, I've got Ronaldo. I don't believe the argument is even valid right now to compare the two, now that Ronaldo's almost done. And World Cup adds to Messi's legacy, absolutely. Absolutely does. But it doesn't at all tarnish Ronaldo's. It has nothing to do with what he's accomplished in his outstanding career. So, it's just kudos to Messi, man. He fucking deserved it. But anyway, man, we could do a whole episode with a few people on about this discussion. I think it would actually be pretty fun. It would be great. But in the grand scheme of things right now, who really gives a fuck, right? Anyway, if any of you were skeptical of this whole Ronaldo thing, how it was constantly, and it still really is, and it's fucking, I mean, come on, guys, get over it. If you were questioning the agenda behind it, well, there you go, man. You're not alone. So, if it hadn't crossed your mind, then Jesus Christ, I don't know what world you're living in. But yeah, man, it was quite evident that something was going on, and they tried to get him back for his peers thing, and that's simple as that, man. He had nothing left to prove, man. I'm so glad he's gone, because it was just creating a whole shitstorm of negativity and media and garbage that the club didn't really need, man. And you know what? We're on a roll. Things are looking good, and I'm fucking excited, man. And that's the way it has to be. Now, that is it for Ronaldo, man. We're not going to talk about that unless something drastic happens. But I built this podcast starting it with Ronaldo, and I think that's the end of that. We're not going to get into it anymore. I've said my piece, and that's it. You guys don't have to agree with it. It's just my opinion. Everyone's entitled to it. But I was just telling you guys what was going on during those months. And if you didn't realize it, I hope now you do. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. It's been awesome being back. I love you all. I will be back here very soon, and we're going to continuously build this show up again for Season 2, 2023. Carlton will begin in March as the footy season starts, so we're going to get right into that. But man, I hope you all enjoyed the show. I love you all. Adios. Goodbye. And guys, that is it from me. If you enjoy the show and like the Ball of Truth podcast, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment all you like, guys. And yeah, you can follow me on all social medias as well. Instagram and Twitter, like we said earlier. And man, have a good one. I'll see you guys very soon. Cheers.